What's happening, my Taurus babies? What's going on with you? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody had a good weekend, is having a good weekend. This is going to be your weekly update towards. We are rolling Monday through Tuesday. Monday the 23rd through Tuesday, March 3rd. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the first quarter of the year is almost coming to an end. First quarter ends March 30th. And guess what? Then we'll be in springtime. Some of y'all are feeling a little unsettled because things are just not looking like they're being meted out properly. Is that upside down? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, justice card. That kind of shit. Like you feeling like you are not getting everything that you deserve in terms of either work or romantically. Primarily, it's feeling the way that it's feeling because of Mercury retrograde. That's the only thing I can say to you at this point. There's a lot of planetary shit going on. Five of Coins, walking away from something. And a lot of you are trying to walk away from unnecessary bullshit. Let's just put that like that. Some of you got some folks in your life that sound like they saying one thing, certainly look like they doing another, and telling you something totally different on the third hand. So be mindful, it's Mercury retrograde. It has been very difficult for me to get that thought in my head because I shuffled these already. I don't know, I'm just being stubborn and willful. I just think people are just acting an ass because they can, but actually what it is, it's Mercury retrograde doing its thing. I'll tell you how fucked up it is. What did I do? I had to wash my clothes yesterday. That's what I was doing. And I went to the machine and you swipe your card. My card declined. My card never declines. You get on the phone, they tell me, oh, somebody tried to hack into your account. Okay, here's the issue with that. That's not the first time for that. So let's just say that. My accounts have been hacked into numerous times. That's just the way shit is right now. But Mercury couldn't just deliver the message. I couldn't just get a text message saying, you know, we got a hold on your account, funny activity, whatever. No. I have to go all the way down to the laundry room, put soap powder in the thing, and then find out my card ain't working. So that's the kind of bullshit Mercury is pulling right now. Just be patient, Taurus. Just be patient. I know it's just a hot mess. Everybody is feeling it. But looking at what I'm throwing down here on the board, we have good things to look forward to. You might as well just freeze frame this and copy and paste it and put it on your damn wallpaper. This is just the name of the tune for the rest of the year. I'm sorry. I'm sick of seeing her too. Just really more, really. I feel your pain. A lot of you, though, are feeling like you are doing shit on your own. This is where this is coming from. And this is just the energy right now. It's just giving you that illusion that there ain't a soul around you. It's just you and some more you. It's not like that, but that is definitely how it feels right now. Let me shuffle these one more time. I'm not satisfied. That the Hermit card is right there at the bottom. Don't get that part twisted. Don't get that part twisted. It's just the illusion. There are some things that some of us are having to work through on our own. Maybe just as it relates to how we relate to people, and what triggers us and what makes us go forward, what makes us get hung up in certain things. So right now, don't feel like you're the lone stranger. You are not. All of us are probably going through this on some level, but there are good things. I'm looking on the board. There are good things here. Choose wisely is a centerpiece card, and I don't know, conversations are coming up from what I can see. Be mindful of what you're saying to people. Choose your words wisely. That's exactly what that's coming back. Let's see what the emotional cards have to say from the bottom of the deck. Overall energy, Solitude is pulling the Queen of Wands, And material harvest is pulling the Knight of Coins. Transformation is pulling the Six of Cups. Love begins. Pulling the Nine of Cups. Spiritual union. It's pulling the Princess of Swords. The heart chakra or the I love chakra is pulling the King of Cups. Choose wisely. Off the rocky onto the solid. The Eight of Cups. Passion ignited. The energy right there. Six of Swords. Sacrifice. Pulls the Knight of Cups. Rest and rejuvenate. Pulls the Seven of Swords. Destiny. Pulls the Knight of Swords. So with all this air energy just kind of interspersed, there's only 3 of them on the board, but kind of interspersed in and out here. A lot of us are up in cabeza, overplaying, overthinking, overdoing in our brains. And we're not allowing situations around us to just kind of meet out as they will. And I get it. And that's what Mercury is doing. This is Mercury in Pisces going retrograde. So Pisces is my moon sign. I have been probably more emotional than I probably need to be, but that definitely is running its course in how we're looking at things and how we're dealing with things. So with the overall energy, the solitude, with the Queen of Wands on top, that's what I'm saying. A lot of you just feel like you're out here in the wilderness by yourself, even though this is the image you're presenting. The bad ass, okay? And it's the confidence. That's really, and that's been a theme I've been kind of hearing all week from other readers, from reading stuff online. It's about confidence and how even if we're not really feeling it, people are picking up on it. This is your overall energy. This is kind of how you're riding out. You throwing that image out there, but on the inside, it's kind of like, the fuck? And solitude is not a bad thing, but when you have expectations that include other people, and I know we need to come on with you shouldn't have expectations of other people, bullshit you do every day. You go in a grocery store, you expect some good customer service. Let's not play around with that. People will try and tell you, oh, well, you can't expect bullshit. You have expectations, and that's how you claim and firm up your boundaries with those expectations. Let's just put it where it is. So people telling you, you shouldn't, you're expecting things of other people. You damn it, you do every day. You expect when the light turns red that you're not going to get hit by a car because you're expecting people to follow the road laws. Okay, let's just kick it out there. So you can't have it on one hand and not have it on the other. When we're involved with people personally, we have expectations. We have expectations that people are going to treat us right, treat us with respect, and treat us like we're human beings. So don't ever let anybody tell you you shouldn't have any expectations. Yeah, you should. You should, especially if you're trying to do things in an organized and uniform manner. I don't know who I'm talking to, but somebody needs to hear this. Don't ever let anybody tell you you should not have any expectations out of anybody because of whatever reason. We have expectations out of everybody all the time, and people have expectations out of us all the time. So don't get that part twisted. Again, you may be feeling like you're out there in the wilderness and nobody's really around. That's not true. Keep throwing that out there. Keep throwing that out there. The bottom end of your overall energy with the material harvest and the Knight of Coins. Some of you are beginning to reap some of all that hard work you've been doing. This is resonating around with taxes. Some of you may be getting a bigger tax thing, but this is what's holding you down right now, your money, and looking at how hard you've been working and engaging, once again, in expectations, what you're getting versus what you're putting out. Some of you may be looking for new jobs, and you may be ramping up to start looking for a new job, getting your wardrobe together, your resume or your CV together, however that's resonating with you. This is the overall energy though. That's the bottom end of it. Kind of that expectation, one more time, of all your hard work and the material harvest that you're beginning to see. When we look at tomorrow's energy with the Six of Cups sitting on top of the transformation, this is really resonating around those of you that are looking. There's a couple storylines with that. Those of you that are encountering exes, you may be trying to see where the transformation is. People telling you, I haven't changed a lot. You ain't changed nothing. Ain't had no kind of transformation. But it may be the expectation, damn it, there's that word again, that because your ex is telling you, I changed, baby, I changed. And you just kind of looking at it and wondering if there really is transformation there. Understand that whatever you're going through, particularly as it relates to exes coming back, that is all a part of Uranus being in Taurus and your own personal transformation. You may not respond to said ex the way you even think you would respond, because that's how much you've grown. So just be mindful of this energy. For others of you, this may be friendships that are turning into romantic relationships. Go slow, Taurus, if that's the case, because your whole being has to adjust to this is no longer just someone I work with, or someone I work out with, or someone I study with. This is somebody actually trying to climb in my cup. Oh. And 6 has a lot of, the number 6 has a lot of harmony around it. So as you go through this process, on whichever side of it you're on, you begin to see things just kind of neatly fitting into their place. Be patient. Once again, we're still in Mercury retrograde, so it may look one way and not be another. Especially with exes, there's always the chance that they're telling you one thing and doing another. So just be mindful. Choose wisely is not here for no reason at all. Tuesday's energy. And for some of you, this is not people related. This is stuff related. Found a hobby that you like. Maybe a new spot to hang out. However, the love begins is not necessarily about romance. It's just about all that shit in your life. Trying to get to that 10. Y'all hear me? Trying to get to that 10. The happy family shit. But right now, just kind of looking over all of it. And yeah, victory and success. Some of you in newer relationships will have this feeling of 9 of Cups, like you just kind of got all of it. Because the 9 is the fullness of it. The 10 is the total completion of it. But some of you may be looking at it like, yeah, no, this got the whole thing. I like this one right here. Some of you may be in that energy. Again, like I said, this is not necessarily romantic. It may well be that you found a hobby, a group of people, an association, an organization that you like and that you are falling in love with. This is just a good omen and a good harmonizer that there's success and there's more to come. Put that where that is. Wednesday, spiritual union with the Princess of Swords. Regarding your, this is definitely relationship again, you may be up in your head. You may say something carelessly because you plan all these little things out. It shouldn't do, let me say this right. If you do say something, especially to a lover or a partner that is just out of character, out of the bag, out of whatever, it shouldn't do too much damage. But the thing here is you being up in your head playing all these little dumbass scenarios out. And this is that windy air energy shit. You know, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Just overdoing it. Don't overthink what you got. Don't overthink what you got. On any level. Don't put too much. Don't underestimate. Just don't overthink the situation. Again, Mercury is still doing its thing. I think Mercury stations direct on the 7th. So we got another week and a half, I think, of all of this crazy dumb shit going on. Just kind of keep what's in your head, and don't let it get out of the bag or out of your head. Just act like everything is good, and you should be good on top of that. When we get to Thursday's energy, the heart chakra, or the I love chakra. And notice that this is green and not what in our society we would consider a red, a purple, a pink, those reddy rosy colors that kind of mush the heart around. It's green. And the green is for the growing and the growth. You gotta have some fertile ground for your heart. Yeah, y'all ain't hearing me. You gotta have some fertile ground. I don't know why this is sticking out of me of all days today, but just notice that it's green. And in order to deal with the one that you love, you may have to just sit back and chill for a minute. Yeah, I said it like that. This is the king of cool right here. You may have to step back and chill for a minute and let the earth just kind of settle. Let the ground that you trying to fertilize something new. Maybe a new idea, something new you're trying to do in your relationship. Maybe business, something new you're trying to do there. Just be mindful. You kind of have to get the soil ready before you start planting seeds in it. So while the soil is getting ready, this is conversations that you've had, some of those deeper conversations you may have been having with someone in particular over the past couple weeks. Give it a minute to give it a minute. Give it a minute to germinate. That's what I was trying to say. And let the ground just, as you would do if you were planting seeds. You don't just till up the soil and then turn around just immediately and start. You kind of let it sit and look at it for a minute. Does it need something else before you put seeds in? Hello. Take a step back, chill. Don't overdo anything. That energy is heavy here. Don't become the total king of cups overdoing it. This energy sometimes leads to addiction. It has that addictive kind of note to it, you know, where you just took a step back and stayed back and didn't come back at all. But take a step back and look. Those of you that are drinking, I don't know where this is coming from, but here it is. Those of you that are drinking, you may want to just slow down and not to excess, whoever that's resonating to or for. Some of you may be dealing with kids that's coming off of this card as well, that may be they may be vaping, they may be trying to smoke weed, they may be trying to just run the gamut of all the little things they know they should not be doing at their age. Check around for that, Taurus, if that's what's going on in your household. Again, this is an indicator that you do not need to jump in with both feet and act a complete fool, but you need to be mindful of what's going on, and you may need to have, oh shit, a heart-to-heart, come on, with said children and or other. Just put that out there. Friday's energy, that choose wisely in the 8 of Cups. Adventure and exciting shit may sound adventurous and exciting, but that may not be the thing that is going to get you off of this emotional roller coaster some of you are on. And you in your effort to try to get on some solid terra firma type shit, choose wisely. And this is the centerpiece card for the next 9, 10, 12 days. Choose wisely. Choose your words wisely. I don't know who I'm talking to with that, but a lot of you, you're walking away from something that you feel is exciting. It may not necessarily be all that exciting, but because of whatever emotional cups, shit you got going on with a person, a place, or a thing, you may think that walking away from them and getting on solid ground is just awful, because it's not getting to that part of you that just has wanderlust and wants to roam around and do what you want to do. However, that's exactly what you need to be doing. Walking away and getting things more in balance as you step up onto solid ground. And as you become more balanced, you make better decisions. So keep this in mind. Some of you may have some big decisions coming up about whether or not you're going to change jobs, you're going to move house, get another car. It's tax time, so a lot of you got these big decisions of, ooh, should I buy or should I not buy? However that's resonating with you, choose wisely, and you want to deal with people, places, and things that are taking you out of your emotional shit and getting you onto a little bit of that solid ground. So if you have options about relationships right now, you don't necessarily want to go with the one that's got your hair standing on end, even though that might be the person that's got you acting wild and just woo. That might not be the best thing, getting on the solid ground. So that's a word to the wise. Choose wisely, woo, and be mindful of what you're talking about. Get to Saturday's energy. It's the same thing. Some of you will have some passion ignited. Again, this is not strictly relegated to romance. This has got a lot of little tendrils and roots to it. So some of you starting new classes, some of you starting new projects, some of you starting new hobbies, and to caught fire. But this is also going to help you move out of that choppy and into the calmer. And it's pretty much just a slide over from the Eight of Cups and the Choose Wisely over to this. For some of you, it is about people, but again, it's about making a choice. It doesn't necessarily have to be the person that's got the fireworks going all the time. Some of you are looking for a more solid, even though Uranus is telling you to do something different. Some of you are still looking for somebody that's a little more solid, a little more grounded, and not so all up in the air, and not, what's the phrase I want to use? Maybe not so settled in their life. You keep moving forward, Taurus. The object for us is to always be out of the choppy and into the calmer, because we don't like shit that had. Can you see a bull trying to walk on water? Really, it's not a good look. It ain't. And so emotionally, I'm saying the same thing. Cups, water, air. Let's just kick it around. It's all those things that water and air is not necessarily a stabilizing force for Taurus. We are definitely about the fire and the earth. So some of you may be feeling that kind of anxiety about not feeling totally settled, and you were steadily trying to get off of this out of that emotional shit. This is mental though, because this is swords. So again, it's about your thinking, and some of you may need to take your thinking out of the choppy and put it into some calmer waters, because again, you got this right on top of it. We're just all up in our airheads. I said it. Oops. And we are just overthinking everything. So be mindful. Again, the Choose Wisely is here on the board, so it applies, applicable to everything damn near. Think about what you're doing. The object is to get out of this emotional shit and get onto some firmer shit. Mercury in Pisces is not helping our cause on that note anyway. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Saturday, Sunday. Sacrifice. And this is really coming down to, and this is emotional, this is cups as well. And fuck Pisces, Mercury, figure it out. Some of you may have someone trying to be that person singing to you, but they may be overplaying it in your mind. This was kind of coming back. They may be overplaying it. It's too mushy, it's too much, go sit your ass down type shit. Just think about the sacrifice. And I guess that's probably about what all of this is about. Think about the sacrifice. And I think this came up last week, the sacrifice that you're making, particularly for love, on this note. Are you giving more than you're getting? If you are, stop. If you are giving more than you're getting, stop. Just stop. And again, it's that step back energy and take a look around you before you hit that knee-jerk reaction and just lose your mind. But think about the sacrifices that you're making in any and all of your relationships. If you are putting out more than you are getting in, step that back. I'm not telling you to walk away from anything. I'm telling you to just stop and look around you. And if you literally stop whatever it is that you're doing, watch the reaction of said person. And if it's something off the wall, how come you aren't? Let that be a good indicator. Since we're talking about choose wisely, let that be a good indicator of how you should be dealing with this person. If they start tripping out, you calling me every morning and singing to me, and now you just stop. Yeah, but you weren't calling me in the evening and saying shit to me. So, okay, it's that kind of energy. Think about it. If you are doing more than you're getting back, stop. Again, I didn't say walk away from anything, but watch the reaction. See what happens when you stop giving so much and sacrificing so much. Kids coming to mind here, doing all that sacrificing, and you wake up and they got all that $250 worth of clothes shit you bought all over the damn floor. Stop. Think about what's going on. Do kids need to be re-educated about where clothes that you paid good money for go? I'm just saying. thinking about that sacrifice. And it may be, Taurus, that this Mercury retrograde is giving you just a bird's eye view of some of the things that you're doing for said loved ones that love to sing to you and oh mama, 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 and oh papa, papa, papa. But then when you're looking at what they're doing, it's not matching any of that. Think about the sacrifice, and maybe there are some gems in there that, especially with your kids, that you may need to show them about being grateful for things that they have and not just leaving shit all over the place. I don't know who I'm talking to. Somebody's hearing that though. With loved ones, with lovers in particular. If you feel like you have been giving more than you're getting back, and you've been singing louder, stop. Just stop. See what happens when you stop. Next Monday, rest and rejuvenate. That's exactly what the hell I said. Just do that. Rest and rejuvenate. And take a look around at the people that are giving you advice. And see if that is having some kind of effect on how you are processing things. Say that again. Take a look at the people, right there, take a look at the people that are giving you advice. I think I wrote that on there. And see if that is not having some influence in how you're dealing with things. Rest and rejuvenate, and while you're resting and rejuvenating, think about that. Think about the things that people are telling you. Even if these are good friends or family members, just think about the advice that they're giving you on whatever, probably more romantic than anything, and see if that's having an influence on how you're dealing with things. And is that influence good? If that influence is not good, maybe you need to think about who you're getting advice from. Just put that out there. When we get to next Tuesday's energy, destiny. So things that are happening right now. And again, in your head, you may feel like you're chasing a horse, chasing you, chasing a horse, chasing you. It's about destiny. It's about destiny. And so don't get caught up in your head one more time. This is that third card of air. Don't get all caught up in your head running around chasing thoughts, and bullshit. Some of you, and this is just the energy that's coming back, some of you are, in your effort to try to visualize things in the future, you're romanticizing a lot of the practical things. And I think that probably is the bigger issue with everything going on here on the board. It's fun to romanticize things the way we would like them to be, or the way that we wish that they were, or in an effort to try to manifest something. But sometimes you just got to get down to the nitty gritty and get to the practical and look at what's really going on. Are you making more sacrifices than the other person? And this is real shit right here, and should you be? We'll just kick that around. Where is the sacrifice in your life? Where and why are you making it? If I wanted to tell you something to think about for the next 10 days, that would be it. Look around, look at the sacrifices that you're making in your life. And then, are you getting what you need to be getting for making all those sacrifices? If you're taking lunch to work every day, trying to save money to take a trip or do whatever, at the end of all of it, everything that you're going through every day, is it worth it? Does it match? I think the Justice card popped up while I was shuffling the cards. Try to get things in balance. Try to get things in balance. I think we've kind of been up in our heads for the past couple of weeks, just overthinking, overplaying. And in doing that, we've kind of set ourselves up for the not reality of the situation. And so now we're kind of getting to a point where the reality is beginning to play around in our heads, what's really going on versus what we're trying to make happen. If it's not matching, you stop, Taurus. You stop. You get off the merry-go-round and just sit still for a minute and look at what's going on around you. I know that's always easier said than done when you're dealing with Taurus, because we like to at least think things are moving in the right direction. But take the minute, rest and rejuvenate, to stop and look at what's going on around you and look at your output versus what you're getting back. If it doesn't match, the message is loud and clear. Stop. You stop doing so damn much. And twist your attention to something else. Find something else to get that passion ignited in you. And for some of you, I might need to just go ahead and say, find someone else. Come on. So you can get out of the choppy waters. And just look at the little kid in that picture, sitting hanging over the edge of the boat. That's kind of where we are. Just like, oh, everything in a dreaming, la la la. And if I had $1 million, la 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 la. But some of that, for some of you, is keeping you in an emotional state that's just not real comfortable. And it's causing you more anxiety because you're looking at the dreamy, steamy side of things and not the practical side of things. So, again, it's a call to just look at the things and the people that you're sacrificing for. If you are putting out more than you are getting, just stop. Just stop. Just stop. And see what kind of reaction you get. You'll know by the reactions you receive, once again, that choose wisely energy, you'll know what the deal is once you do that. That's not going to resonate with everybody, but it should resonate with enough of you wherever that's happening in your life, you just know just to stop if you feel like you're giving more than you're getting back. Let's see what the Oracle cards have for us today. Oh, I'm already at 31 minutes. Get the heck out of here. What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you are waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you are waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. Whoever that's resonating with, you are the best thing to ever happen to you. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink. You are the best thing that ever happened to you. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink. There you go. Drop the fucking ego. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. Drop the fucking ego. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. Whoever that's resonating with, let's get the big cards, see what they got. This is for Taurus universe. Guidance for the upcoming week. Walk it off. Some of this, if you giving more than you getting, walk it off. Don't say shit. I know that the inclination is gonna be to bull up. Don't do it. Just walk it off and think about what's going on. And be grateful for being shown whatever it is that you're being shown, and don't get into no big funky nothing. Just walk it off. Think about what's going on, and then determine what your next step should be from there. Stay in your own skin. Pretty much stay in your own lane. Don't get so anxious and over it and out of it that you just are just overwhelmed. Stay in your own skin. Stay cool, and don't let necessarily the scenarios popping up in your head have you jumping around in your skin. Just be cool. Stay in your lane. Do you, but pay attention. Definitely pay attention. Let go. Those of you having control issues, because you shit's not going the way you want to. Let go. It'll happen. Just let go. And I promise you, let go. The door's gonna open. You'll see which way to go once you get there. But just let go. And I know that's hard to do with this crazy ass energy, but just do your best. But the object should be to let go and not feeling like you have to control. Again, you got so much stuff going on, playing up in your head. You feel like you got to control every little minute thing going on. Let go. Just let go. Be open to different. Some of you are still trying to hang on to some of the old shit that you used to doing. Be open to doing something different. Just be open to different. And if you're open to it, things will come to you that are different. A little more open-minded towards, not so closed off. Go and have a good time. Somebody needs to hear that. Go and have a good time. And that's kind of resonate with this. You are the best thing to happen to you. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink. Finish that off with saying go and have a good time. What the hell? Yeah, what's this? Speak your mind. Some of you need to hear that. Some of you may need to say a thing or two to a person or two. Speak your mind. Don't hold back. Just be mindful that the overall energy, not the overall, the centerpiece. I don't know why I'm coming back to this. Choose wisely. Whatever decisions you have to make. And do the decision making from a Taurus standpoint. I'm going to say that again. Do the decision making from a Taurus standpoint. The things that are important to you. Loyalty, fidelity, organization. No bullshit. I'm saying it. Choose wisely and make sure you're choosing with those things that are important to you in mind. Taurus, I love you. I hope you guys have a good week. I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.